Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Dr. Arnold Nerenberg. The title of today's presentation is No Relationship Can Survive or Thrive Without Honor. No relationship can survive or thrive without honor. Without honor, then betrayal is looming within the heart of anybody you know, a spouse, a friend, a business partner. Without honor, betrayal looms. And you've all been betrayed in primary relationships, significant relationships, perhaps a marriage, a relative, a sister, a brother, business partner, a friend. Because most people will put money before honor. So if there's money involved, you'll be betrayed most likely if it's to the other person's advantage. And they will justify it. They'll never say, I'm a bad guy doing this to a good guy. They will justify it. If you put money before honor, there will be betrayal. Eventually, the relationship could be going along and everything's good. At some point, boom, it goes. Or if they put sex before honor, you're married 5 years, 10 years, whatever, find out your spouse has been cheating on you for a year, a couple of weeks, whatever, because they put sex before honor. And certainly all of you, once you're over the age of 30, have known people, and maybe you yourself, put pride before honor, putting your pride before honor. So money and sex and pride before honor. And that's the recipe for a disaster in a relationship. No relationship can survive or thrive without honor. So you want a thriving relationship, not just survive. You want it to thrive, to grow in compassion and understanding and love blossom. Understanding blossom. Unconditional love blossom. Somebody who really accepts you the way you are. That can blossom with time, and that's a thriving relationship. Even in marriage, some people get bored with each other within a few years. But if there's honor in the relationship and good communication, it'll just continue to grow and grow and grow and become more intimate as the years go by. The growth of intimacy. Can't happen without honor, though. Now, what am I talking about honor? You already have a sense of it, and you already believe in it. I'm defining honor as loyalty to your highest constructive values. Honor is loyalty to your highest constructive values. As enshrined in what I call the 4 commandments of honor, I also call them the 4 principles of honor or the 4 self-commandments of honor. The reason I also call them self-commandments is because you already have these commandments in you. And what are they? They're these. Number 1, I wish you well. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality and my problems. I'm grateful for the power I gain from hardship. And one of 2, either I seek always to serve my highest values, or God, you wish is my only wish, which is the one I use and most of my patients use. So let's take, for example, I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality and my problems. Your relationship cannot survive and thrive if the other person is always blaming. Most people can't tolerate that for too long, maybe for a while. But one or both has to say, I take responsibility for my portion of this. I co-created it. Now, there are occasions where somebody's truly a victim, and so they have zero responsibility. Or in some cases, one person's 100% responsible for the problem. But that's less than 1%. 99% of the time, the problem is co-created. But if somebody puts pride before honor, they won't take any responsibility. They just want to blame you. Heck, they may end a 45 years, 50-year relationship over it because of their pride. They would put pride before honor. Again, defining honor as loyalty to your highest constructive values as enshrined in the 4 commandments of honor. So for you to be a good partner in a relationship, whether it's a spouse, a business partner, a friend, a relative, a father, a son, a daughter, You want to commit your life to the 4 commandments of honor, to the serving honor. And so I have a pledge for you. And I invite you to raise your right hand and repeat this after me. As a disciple of honor, I pledge myself for all the days of my life to the 4 commandments of honor. And I'll teach them to those I love. I'll repeat them every morning, afternoon, and evening, and I'll listen to myself recite them. Welcome to the brotherhood. Welcome to the sisterhood. Powerful commitment, a lifetime commitment, and it makes you a more worthy and powerful partner in any relationship where it has a greater chance of thriving and certainly surviving. Now, then you want to have what I call the bridge from honor to reality. You want to be sure you're applying that. This isn't just something to be recited. So you'd say the 4 commandments of honor, and then you have the bridge. So it's God, you wish to my only wish. I wish you well. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality and my problems. I'm grateful for the power I gain from hardship. What's the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? What's the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? So you're saying that with your commandments 3 times a day, and then as needed in any situation. The foundation of any relationship, marriage, business, friendship, is trust. The foundation of any relationship is trust. Without honor, there can be no trust. Without honor, there can be no trust. Without trust, there can be no relationship. Oh, it may go on for a while where everything's smooth and money's coming in and life is good, but things are a little shaky, something goes wrong, there's some misunderstanding. That's when you see the thing end. That's when the betrayal happens. That's when the betrayal happens. There can be no relationship without trust. There can be no trust without honor. Develop that. So you want to then take honor as your first priority. Honor becomes the gold standard for assessing your thoughts, words, and actions. Every thought, word, and action. People say, well, I just want to be happy. I say to you this, there is no such thing as true happiness without honor. Oh, you could have fun, enjoyment, pleasure, entertainment, but not true happiness. So when you're with somebody who demonstrates that they have the priority in life to be honor, you trust that person. You've watched them handle situations with you and other relationships. You say, this is a man of honor, a woman of honor, or in our case, a disciple of honor. Now, with that person, you can trust your emotions, your money. You can have a thriving relationship that will just survive for a lifetime. Why not? A lifetime. There can be no relationship without trust. There can be no trust without honor. So as you're developing this in yourself, and you're becoming yourself more worthy and more honorable, where you put honor before pride, before sex, before money, before comfort, before everything, before life itself, you carry yourself different. Your spine is different. Your look is different. And people just know there's something about you and they just trust you. And then, of course, you have to assess other people. And you never, being a disciple of honor, a man of honor, a woman of honor, we don't let people walk on us because that's bad for us. It's bad for the relationship. And it's bad for them. If somebody gets away with being dishonorable to you, that's bad for them. So you, as a disciple of honor, stop that. You don't let it go on. You neutralize it, whatever that takes. You've all put your pride before honor. You know people, many people who put their pride before honor. You've known people, or you are a person who put money before honor. But that's in the past. I have not always lived with honor, but I will die with honor. I have not always lived with honor, but I will die with honor. That's where you want to be coming from. Committing your life to this way of honor. You want to have a legacy of honor. This will make you a very powerful parent And your great-great-great-grandchildren will say, our great-great-great-grandfather Jose, he passed down to us this way of honor. We owe it to him, or we owe it to our grandmother Griselda. She passed this down to us. It's a wonderful thing, wonderful legacy. With honor comes respect, but we don't count on that. As a disciple of honor, we don't expect to be understood, trusted, or even have people be grateful to us. But it's a code we live for as an end in itself. Honor becomes an end in itself. Whether we feel better or we don't feel better in a situation, that is what we're committing our lives to the way of honor. It's a universal language, it's the language of honor. We interviewed over 5,000 people on the streets, and most people say they value honor personally. They feel there'd be more peace in the world, more happiness in the world if there was more honor, without even defining it to them, interviewing 5,000 people. And when people take the pledge to be disciples of honor, I've personally administered it to over 800 people. 95% say they feel more hope right away, they feel good right away, and 92% say they feel more meaning in their lives. This is a very healthy path for you. It strengthens your psychological immune system, which then strengthens your physical immune system, strengthens you morally, emotionally, and physically. It takes 8 seconds to do the 4 commandments of honor, and another 4 seconds to do the bridge. So for 12 seconds, 3 times a day, 36 seconds, it's a good investment of your time. And you don't have to go to a special room or whatever. You could be driving, could be in the shower, could be doing whatever, eating, and you recite the commandments of honor. You're reminding yourself of what you already believe. You already believe in those commandments of honor. You already believe in it. For all of us, we have Latinos, whites, blacks, Asians, Native Americans, all races. All people recognize the truth of honor. Honor to the people. That's the mission, the movement, the honor movement. It's both a system of therapy and it's a social movement. And the creed of the honor movement is honor to the people. Now you have the knowledge of how to strengthen your relationship, because you know that no relationship can survive or thrive without honor. And you know that without trust, there can be no relationship, and without honor, there can be no trust. It's my pleasure and my privilege to present to you these very vital insights and understandings that have taken me 79 years to come to understand. It's my privilege to be able to present it to you. Thank you for being here.